Welcome to the Holy Yogi, where we help you find the spiritual guru inside of you. Hello, beautiful. Hello, handsome. How you doing today? And if no one has told you today that they love you, let me be the first. I love each and every single one of you because love makes the world go round and round and round. And love is truly the greatest miracle of them all. And simply put, ladies and gentlemen, love, it always, I love that. The phone just now rang. It's all good. Because love always, it always wins. You know, when it's on time, it's always on God's time. So we're going to let this, because I want you to really realize that we do things off the cuff. We let the Spirit guide us. So there's no going to be no editing and no taping or anything of that nature. Just go with the flow. Let's keep it real. Okay, so what we're going to talk about today. Oh, wait. Before we begin. Ding. Like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification button. I want to thank you guys so much for blowing up my channel. We've got over, I think, 1,300 people. And we're trying to get to 2,000 with the quickness. So what I really need you to do is to like, comment, subscribe, and ding, hit that notification button. Because we're going to bring you each and every single day. We're going to do our very best. Pray for me to bring you a message that's going to invigorate you, keep you positive, motivated, and inspired to live heaven right here on earth. Okay, so the message of the day is God help those who help themselves. I'm going to say it again. God help those who help themselves. I remember when I put it in a quote, I think I put it on a Facebook post back, maybe years ago, maybe 5 or 6 years ago. And I remember a guy, proceeded to tell me that, do you know that quote is not in the Bible? Well, something of that nature is in the Bible. And it is a famous saying that has been going on for centuries. So we're going to keep it in existence and tell a story, a phenomenal story about Cam Newton. I know you may not watch football. I don't even watch football. I'm supposed to be boycotting football. But in a nutshell, I had to really give deference to this phenomenal story because, God was at the center of it. We're talking about North Carolina, they call it the Bible state of this country because they keep it real as far as, keeping God at the center of everything. And quite frankly, I had to share the story because it really was serendipitous. It was really all about, what we need to do whenever the going gets tough. The spiritual tough individuals get going, and we got a lot of oops here, but it's all good. So what I want you to realize is that Cam Newton, in a nutshell, is a famous, popular football player in the NFL who maybe about a couple of years ago was cut from his basketball team that I think he started out his rookie year. He's been there for 10 years. And there was a new, coach coming on board, and he wanted to create a new regime and a new message and image. He wanted to be, quite frankly, the star of the show. And Cam was the old news, and he felt as though he didn't want to clash heads with Cam because Cam basically had the whole North Carolina fans and the team and everybody basically eating out of his hands, for lack of a better term. He really loved the game, loved the sport, and people honored and respected him. So the coach knew that and didn't want any interference for when he came in. He wanted to be the boss with the hot sauce, for lack of a better term. Anyway, Cam, was let go. And what I'm really proud about, I didn't know this because, like I said, I'm not into football, NFL like I used to be. But I love the miraculous stories that come from it, from these great superheroes. Matter of fact, Cam calls himself Superman. And I want to tell you about his superpowers that really ignited what most recently happened for him. But he was let go, and he took it like most individuals should take it. he never complained. He went about his business and got hired by the Patriots, New England Patriots, and he played for them. And then Cam got COVID-19. And of course, when you get COVID, you can't play for the team, etc. And the way I understand it from all the sports pundits and analysts and experts, he was doing really well. And he had the potential of really coming out and doing good for that team. But since he got COVID, etc., Belichick decided to make some moves and got another quarterback and basically let him go during preseason. So he was without a job for quite some time. So if you think about it, a lot of, quote unquote, disappointing things that happened. But even when all those things happened, you didn't hear a peep out of him. You didn't hear him complaining. You didn't hear him, saying negative things about either one of the teams and the decisions that they made, etc. He just went about his business of trying to stay positive, fixed and focused, staying true to the game and he said he became a fitness fanatic. And so he took all that energy and turned it into positive, stayed in shape and stayed ready for that miracle. They say luck is preparation meeting an opportunity. Or another saying that I love and I always say, it's better to be prepared for a miracle and have one than have a miracle and not be prepared. So he was preparing for a miracle. He's putting God at the center of his life. And so he's decided to focus all of his energies on really staying true to the game and to his own family. So he decided to become a stay-at-home dad and just made the best out of the necessary circumstances, hoping that one day he would be called back to the game of football by some team because he still had a lot of talent and a lot of games to experience, not only for himself but for the fans out there. So just recently, a football star for the Panthers, he had a major injury and basically could not play. And they needed a quarterback in North Carolina, his old team, the Panthers. Once again, when something is meant to be yours, it will be yours. Don't ever worry about competition. The only competitor that you have is you. And more importantly, everybody is your colleague in the game. And so the fans was wishing that Cam would come back. The organization, his previous, players and teammates was wishing Cam would come back. And the coach, I think he got a little nudge from the owner and a lot of other people that he should reconsider his idea of not having Cam Newton a part of the team because he was losing games, losing credibility, and also losing fans. The box, seats were not filled to the brim like they used to be. And the thing about it was that he basically, ate crow and humbled himself, and I'm talking about the coach, and he called Cam up and basically said, "Hey, Cam, would you like to come back to North Carolina?" And I know it took a lot for him to do that, etc. But also I think he kind of needed to save his job and reputation. But also it was the reality that Cam Newton was the team. And everybody knew when Cam came back that the fans would come back, that the team would come back. And I mean, when I mean come back, that they would work together in a really happy, cohesive fashion, in a positive way, in order to win games. See, people don't realize that, everybody focuses on the physicality, how he throws the ball, or the technicality of how he, the running back, how he runs fast, etc. But I can't tell you, at that level, when you get to the pro level, it's really all about the mental game, the mindset game, the positivity, the attitude, the confidence, the self-assuredness that is so vital, so important to really be successful. And, when Cam came back, he said it was a miracle. A week ago, he was sitting down having cereal with his kids. And the irony of it was that same stadium, he played his high school championship game. In that same stadium in Arizona, in the desert, he mentioned a verse in the Bible where, out of the desert came miracles and enlightenment. So he really saw it as a miraculous experience. He really thanked God, and what was so beautiful about it, when he came back, he said it wasn't about him. It was about his mission, basically indirectly to do God's work and to represent, this whole game in a positive light. And it was really good to see that. It was really good to see that he realized that it was a miracle. And I really think that it humbled him a little bit, because sometimes you really start to believe the hype and think it's all about you. And I think it was a good thing that this happened, because he realized that even with him being the quarterback, it takes a team to make the dream. And he decided to come back and be a team player. He decided to come back and play in a way that everybody would win, the fans would win, the team would win as players. And it was really beautiful to see that he shared the quarterback position with PJ Walker. And in tandem, they worked, the offense, and the defense was already superb, okay? And they did their job, and they won, 31-3. And they're at 50%, 500 of really getting a chance to get a nice, probably a wild card, berth as far as participating in the playoffs. So, I want you to see the importance of God help those who help themselves. And Cam helped himself by, number one, not speaking negative, just being positive, staying fixed and focused on getting back into the game of football, not, marinating and pointing the finger at somebody else, as far as, why he wasn't where he wanted to be. Taking full responsibility, focus on becoming a better player, becoming a better man, becoming a better leader, becoming a better quarterback, becoming a better person. And as you do that and keep your eye on the prize and keep God at the center of it, let go and let God handle the situation. And so the miraculous experience has happened. And so now, the NFL has a wonderful new Cam Newton, new philosophy. I've never heard him speak about God as much as he spoke about God most recently. And now miracles are happening for him and the Carolina Panthers. And I want you to see that for yourself. I want you to really fully understand that, do your very best on whatever it is that you want to accomplish, even though it may not seem like it's going your way. Just keep your eye on the prize. Stay very positive, Don't get into negative. Don't get into woe is me. Don't play the victim blame shame game and blame everybody else. Because remember, when you're pointing a finger at someone else, the three fingers are always pointing back at you. It always comes down to you. Whatever's going on in your life, right or wrong, you got to take responsibility for the good. And also you got to take responsibility for the so-called negative things. I don't believe in negative things really happen to you. I always believe in the blessing and the lesson. And that's what you want to keep your eye on the prize and keep fixed on. What can you take positive out of the situation? And if you do that, positive results will manifest and happen. If you focus on the negative things that are happening in a situation, well, those negative things will continue to escalate and to continue to become more profound and experience in your life. So take that with you. God help those who help themselves. And we know, who are you? You were created in the likeness and image of God. You are God. So act like you know. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that message for the day, and tell me your experience of how God, or how you got it, so God inside of you helped you to accomplish your dreams. Was it about a relationship? Was it about, a job experience? Was it a job of business initiative? Was it about, family, friends, loved ones? What miraculous thing happened for you when you saw that God helped you accomplish your dreams? I'd love to hear about it. So do me a favor, like, comment, and ding, 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 subscribe, hit that notification button, and make that comment below, and we will see you in the next video coming tomorrow. Be positive and be blessed. Hatapu, peace, namaste. Have a fantastic, glorious day. Bye-bye for now.